Hey guys, it's the Sleep Grandma back at you again. Getting ready to pack up my stuff and leave it for tomorrow because I'm not feeling too well today. I came down with a head cold because of the winter changes, and now I'm kind of want to nip it in the butt, so I'm going to just relax the rest of the day. But I wanted to do this video because there's a couple of things I'm thinking about. So I just want to leave us some of this stuff for tomorrow. It'll be fine until then. And I want to relax. You know, people usually tell us that we shouldn't rest. We should always be doing something, you know. And I just think that's wrong because sometimes you're just tired, man. You just don't feel up to it. You know what I mean? So that's fine. So anyway, we'll leave that there. That's good. Satisfied with that. So we're going to put that there. Turn the light off on that. Boom. Yes, it's still afternoon. It's not nighttime. That's fine. The house is like kind of a mess, but that's okay too because I'm not up to cleaning it today. You know, relaxation is a verb, and very important that we remember that because I used to live like had a gun to my head, you know. I always felt like I had to be oh my gosh, horse rushing to the finish line, you know. It was always about just getting there, you know, getting it done. And oh my gosh, you know, everything was so important. And ouch, these are really hard to open. Just always like rushing all the time, being overwhelmed and not meeting expectations and stuff. You know, it was just crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how hard these are to open. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, can't open that one. So I just, you know, I have to have a break sometimes. I mean, I have to just like go to sleep, take a 3-hour nap. This is crazy. I can't believe this. Ugh. Wow. That, I got the paint on me. Whatever. That is crazy. So, anywho, sorry that took so weird. Hold on, I'm trying to open the other one. So yeah, it was all about, you know, constantly going, you know. And the person that was pushing me, it was okay if they took it easy, but not for me, you know. And I just, I got into this rut where I was like always rushing, and it just took me years to get out of that mindset, but I finally got out of it. And when I'm tired, let me tell you what, I go lay down. I'll lay down for 3 hours, and then I'll get up and do whatever I need to do. But today it's about enjoying life. It's not about running a race out here. You know what I mean? Okay, thanks for your patience with that. Wow, that was weird. Just like, wow. Talk about kid-proof. Ugh. So I'm hoping you'll get some, I'm just like painting, you know. I like to kind of, just do stuff and just let it kind of take on a life of its own. Kind of just, see. So yeah, I haven't felt good today, so I just kind of said to myself, okay, David, just go do the errands I had to do like 10 things today, so I did 3 of them, maybe 5, and that was it. I was done. I was like, no, I don't want to get sicker, so I have to take care of myself. As soon as this thing starts, you know, I'm kind of wanting to put a little bit of yellow in here. You know, I like to paint by feeling, you know what I'm saying? Just let it kind of take on a life of its own. I love hearing the stroke of the brush. Not crazy about the glare. Oh, sorry if I'm moving the camera too much. Hope not. But what I wanted to talk to you about today, I had something on my mind that was kind of like, just thinking about it. It was about mother and daughter relationships. You could probably say the same about fathers and sons. I don't know. I never had a son, and I just don't know about that. But I can tell you about mothers and daughters. And guys, you can listen to this because it's probably the same, only different roles, but probably the same. So what I wanted to say, you know, first of all, I want to say that parenting is really easy if you don't give a damn. You know, my mom, she worked really hard. She was a good provider. I mean, we lived in pretty nice places. And we always had something to eat. I mean, when I was really little, we didn't. But as we got older, she became a really good provider. And that's great and all, but, you know, she really, I mean, as far as the emotional stuff goes, no. She was not really there at all for us, and, wow, I really like that. And it really made a difference. I just think that a lot of times parents or mothers, let me stick to mothers. Let me stick to what I know. I know about mothers and daughters, so let me stick to that. Mothers get involved with their daughters. They're all up in their business sometimes because they care, you know. The easiest thing for us to do would be like, well, figure it out, you know, which is basically what my mom did with me. But when you care about your kid and love your kid, gosh, you know, you kind of want to, for them to avoid any, you know, like if you've been there and done that, and you know that that's not the way you do it, I mean, you kind of want to try to help them out, you know. So, and sometimes they resent you for it, let me tell you. Sometimes they just like, stay out of my business, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, they don't understand that their business affects us. I mean, yeah, I mean, when the shit hits the fan, I mean, who's picking up the pieces, right? We are. So I'm wanting to do some red here. Let me try some. So yeah, I mean, that's why I was like pretty much up in my daughter's business. Always have been. Not because I don't have other things to do, you know, because I'm bored or because I'm being controlling, but because I was always interested if they were okay. Did they know they had the support they needed? Did they know they could turn to me? Did they know that that I wasn't expecting them to be any particular way? I just wanted the best for them. I don't know, you know, I just wanted to make sure that they knew. And I think it's because I never really knew that I could count on my mom, you know. She never like made me feel that I could count on her. So I didn't count on her at all. I basically at one point, after a series of letdowns, I told my husband that we were not to count on her anymore. I said, just act like we live in another state, you know. And I'm not mom bashing, you know, or anything. I'm just simply saying that if your mom's up in your business, I mean, you're kind of lucky. Because I wish I had had that kind of support, you know. I remember one time that I called my mom because my oldest daughter, Jessica, it's Jessica with a Y, which is the Spanish variation of Jessica. And she had a cold and was sniffling, but she also had these like, it looked like kind of holes in her tongue. It was like patches on her tongue, which I thought was really weird. And so I wanted to call my mom and ask her for advice, right? So I did, and she told me basically that I was a bad mother and that she didn't know what that was, but blah, 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 blah. You know, she kind of told me off. I mean, she wasn't usually that aggressive, but I don't know what was going on with her that day that I just said, wow, man, that's the last thing I needed to hear. So I went ahead and just took care of it myself. I went to the store and got one of those antiseptic sprays for her tongue, and yeah, sure enough, it went away right away. And all it was just part of the virus she had. You know, it was no big deal, but I would have liked someone to have told me that, you know what, it's okay. It has nothing to do with you as a person. It's just something that happens, you know. Well, I wish I could just get this paper to stay still. So sometimes, you know, we like take stuff for granted. You know, we say, oh, well, you know, she's all in my business because she doesn't have anything to do. And, you know, my mom's always on my back. And, you know, a lot of times it's really is, oh, I like that. Look at the way that's going. It's because moms care. It's not because they don't have anything else to do, you know. I mean, it certainly would save me a lot of worry. I don't think I'd have any more kids because I don't want the worry that comes with it. You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah, somebody put one time, I don't know who it was, they put that when you have children, when you love your children, it's like your heart's walking around out there. And that's so true. It is very, very, gosh, it's very emotional. And I'm already an emotional person, so it's really can be quite taxing, you know what I mean? But I personally, I think it's worth it. I do. I love my girls to death, and I love my niece. I love my goddaughters. I worry about them. I don't worry to the point where like I'm really losing sleep over it because I know there's only so much I can do. But I do worry, and as far as mothers and daughters are concerned, you feel personally responsible for these kids. You know, you feel like you have to check on them. You feel like, you know, you hear something in their voice. Maybe things aren't going too well for them. You kind of feel like, gosh, can I help in some way? Or, you know, it's just, you know, it's something else to do. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, it's kind of like you never feel like you can do enough for them. And a lot of times that causes a lot of conflict between you and, look at that. I love that. Whoops. That is pretty. Oh, what is this thing? Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. And you feel like, you know, wow, you know, are you okay, you know? And a lot of times, I mean, you know, something I really want to say this. You know, sometimes I had someone, well, actually my granddaughter, let me go ahead and say that. One of my granddaughters told me, I have 3 granddaughters. One of them told me that that when I ask her if she's okay, she feels like I don't know, like saying, you know, are you achieving? Are you doing? Are you, you know, what are you doing? You know, kind of thing. And no, it's not. That's not the case. That's not the case. The case is that I just want to make sure she's okay. That's the case. It's no big, you know. I told her, I said, look, when I ask you how you're doing, I'm just making conversation. I want to know how you're doing, you know. And I don't expect you to be phony, and I don't expect you to be, you know, achieving any, you know, winning the next Nobel Prize or anything like that. I just want to make sure you're okay. So please don't take offense to that when your parents ask you if you're okay. It's usually just, I mean, I know there are some parents that ride their kids, you know, but I'm not one of them. I would say, if I had to say so, I would say that most parents just want to know you're okay. You're alive, you're well, you're not sick, and that you're, you know, doing what you want to with your life. You know, if you're an actor and you're pursuing acting, well then, you know, they want to know that you're getting all the support you need for that, because it is a harder kind of career, you know. If you're a housewife, you know, they want to know that the marriage is going good, that you know, the kids are okay. Little Oscar is, you know, doing okay. So, yeah, try not to take offense to that, because, I mean, they really mean well. I think most parents, and you know your parents, come on. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about your mom. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about your dad and what you should and shouldn't do. You know what you should and shouldn't do. You know if you can count on them or not. I mean, I knew I couldn't count on my mom for any kind of real emotional support. Usually when she told me stuff like, you know, I love you. Oh, you just had surgery. Well, let me know if you need anything. I was thinking to myself, okay, well, that was just to, you know, I don't know. I guess she felt like she had to do that. When I had surgery when I was like 35, she came to see me. She sat by my bed in silence while we watched something on TV. She stayed for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, and then she left. There was dishes in the sink she could have washed, but she didn't feel like it was her obligation or her. I mean, I know I had a husband and all, but you know what I'm saying? Help a Negro out. Just kidding. I just felt like, you know, it was, I just felt like if it was my daughter, I would have done like the dishes. I would have said, you know, you want me to run the store and bring you something? You want me to, or I wouldn't even asked. I would have just brought her something, you know, brought her something like, I don't know, ginger ale, or, you know, something I know she likes. I mean, I'm supposed to know my kid, right? But no, it didn't happen that way. So she came and she sat there for like 30 minutes in silence, and then she left. And I thought to myself, why did she bother to come? I mean, why'd you even bother to come? So you can tell people that you went to see me? Because you knew that you were going to catch hell if, you know, people had said, you know, if my older sister would have said, did you go see Debbie? You wanted to be able to say yes, right? But it's just not. Anyway, I'm writing a book about our relationship, and I'll let you know when it comes out. But it's not to mom bash. It's just to make people see, like, you know what? You can do better. You can do better. And I just want girls to understand that, you know, the moms that are, like, into your life, you know, when we call, we're not calling to judge you. You know, we're calling to help you out, to see if there's anything we can do, you know. I want to be there for my girls. I want to make their journey easier because when I was out there by myself, when I was dealing with problems with my girls in their teen years, I had no one to turn to. I had no shoulder to cry on. I had no I mean, I had a husband, but he wasn't very supportive either. So I'm just saying, it would have been nice to have a mom that was emotionally there for me, you know. And so I hope you truly do appreciate your moms. Because when you don't have one, I think that's why sometimes my girls don't get that. Let me open this orange one. So I think sometimes that's why my girls don't get that I am like all over, it might seem, because I never had that. And I always wanted it so bad, you know. I always wanted to be able to call and say, you know what, I'm not having a good day. You know, and the one time I did it, I called my mom crying hysterically about something. And she listened, didn't say much. And then when oh geez, I don't like this one. And then when she, I mean, I do like it, but it's just not what I expected. When she, so the next day she called me, and I was like, oh, I guess she's calling to see how I am. The first thing she said to me was, what did she say? Are you over what you were upset about yesterday? And I said, yeah. And she said, okay, well then, because, I need you to buy me some tomatoes that are supposed to help you lose weight. And I just kind of rolled my eyes. She couldn't see me through the phone. So I just kind of rolled my eyes and thought, wow, that's exactly what I should have known that was coming. And when I told her that I was getting a divorce, the first thing out of her mouth was, what are we going to do for the holidays? And I was like, Mom, I don't care what we're doing for the holidays. I care about the fact that it wasn't, daughter, are you okay? Or, you know, something like that. It was all about her. But I mean, in the book I write about her childhood, so I understand now where she was coming from. But I'm just saying that if you've never had that support like I haven't, it's hard out here in this world because you have no guides. Parents are supposed to be guides for their children. We're supposed to it's like you're walking through a cave and you can't see. We're the ones that are supposed to be holding the lamp for you in the darkness. We're supposed to let you know, go this way, even if you decide to go the other way. But we're supposed to let you know which way to go. And so, yeah, we never had that. My sister, my brother, and I, we had to figure everything out for ourselves. And it was not only hard, it was very lonely. And then to top it off, we had the responsibility of my mom. She was always sick, whether it was real or pretend. She was sick a lot, and we had to always be there for her. And that was another hard thing. We didn't even know a lot of stuff anyway, and then we had to deal with, taking care of an older parent. It was just hard, man. I'm just telling you. Having to drop everything, and, of course she was our mother. We loved her, and we wanted to do the best for her too, but it's kind of like having another kid. You have to take care of your kids, then you have to take care of your parents, and then, yeah, it was not easy. So, I just really hope you appreciate your mom, and mothers and daughters should never compete with each other. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some people that have. If your mother's competing with you, she's sick. If your daughter's competing with your mom, she's sick. I mean, that's not the way. Mothers and daughters should never be competing with each other. If your boyfriend's looking at your mom, he's sick. If your mom's looking at your boyfriend, she's sick. Something's wrong with her. You know what I mean? So, I like this. This is really cool. It's just kind of transparent kind of paint. And, yeah, that's just, you got to know who you're dealing with. I mean, just because she's your mom doesn't mean she's human, and she might be doing some weird things. So there's a lot of bad moms out there. So don't even, think that just because she's your mom, she's, I'm just saying, you have to, your mom. Look at that, Mo. So yeah, don't compete with your mom. And as far as comparing yourself to other women, well, I guess I'll leave that for another video. But there are a couple of more things I want to talk about, and I will. I hope you find this relaxing. I hope I didn't go off too much in a tangent. But I just need to stress that, look, if you got a mom that cares about you, you're really lucky. You're really lucky because a lot of them don't. They do the easy route, which is lazy parenting. Lazy parenting is when you just do what's convenient for you. You're like, whatever, however this kid's life turns out, I don't care. It's not my problem. It's their problem. And that's just, I think that's horrible. I mean, you brought this person to this, or like even worse, they're into their boyfriend more than they're into you, you know? I think that's worse, too. I mean, it makes you feel so unloved. They put everything, you know, on they act like you're leaving any minute, and you're not leaving. You live there, you know. So, but if you have a mom that cares about you, I mean, I really think that's just something to be treasured. I really wish I had had that. I think it would have helped me get through a lot of stuff. I wouldn't have been having to have taken tranquilizers for years because I was so stressed out all the time, you know. That's why I decided to make these videos, because my granddaughter Layla showed me the RS, what is, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. She showed me about these videos, and I just said, wow, that's really cool, something I can hopefully help someone with. So I really hope this helps someone to just understand something. Just understand that that you can relax. See, these are finger paints. Washable finger paint. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of like reminds me of colored shellac. But anyway, it's, I just think that, yeah, if you have a mom or father, you know, if you have a father that cares about you, that's really awesome. I like the way that came out. It's cool. A father that cares about you, that takes the time to ask you how you're doing, you know, that's just awesome. It's awesome. Please appreciate that. Please know that it's not because they don't have a life. It's because they care. They care about you. They care about where you're going in life. They care about, you know, I have a nephew that committed suicide, and I guess he didn't realize how much we cared about him. I wish he had of. So please know that that your parents, they really get involved because they care. And they love you. And, you know, they want the best for you. And, you know, I see these, I watch some crime shows sometimes, and I see these kids that kill their parents because, what? The parent was trying to make them do their homework or not hang out with some person that's no good for them, and they kill them? It's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, really? Don't you think your parent had anything better to do than to be up your behind about who you should and should not hang out with? Wow. So it's just, I don't know why that's not obvious, but yeah, I guess not. I like the way this goes like this. So yeah, it's just, sometimes some things just have to be said out loud to be believed, you know? Like I said, I don't know why it's not obvious. But, some things, you know, people look at you like, really? I remember that, this girl that I worked with got married, and, she came to work one day and said that, like, she'd been married for like 2 months, and she came to work and told me that her husband tried to tell her some problems he was having at work, and she said, and I told him just to suck it up, and he needs to be a man, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I said, really? I said, wow. I said, would you ever talk to me like that? And she said, well, no. And I said, well, you shouldn't talk to him like that. I mean, that's your husband. That's your life partner, man. That's the person you chose to spend the rest of your life with. And she just looked at me kind of shocked, you know, because I guess she never thought of it that way. But yeah, I mean, some things are just like, should be obvious, and they're just not. You know, somebody needs to say them, I guess. So anyway, it's not that I'm meaning to lecture or anything. I just, I hope you feel safe, and I hope you know that that it's okay to be okay, man. A lot of times, excuse me, I have like a cold. A lot of times we think that, you know, I used to think if I wasn't having a problem, I wasn't living, as much as dumb as that sounds. And now I'm like, really? It's okay to be okay, really. Ooh, I like that sound. It's okay to be okay, man. It's okay to relax. It's okay to have some downtime. You know, everybody needs some downtime. Gosh, you know. Mamas need downtime too. It's really hard to be a good mother. It's really hard. So, you know, give your dads, it's hard to be a good father too. Give your mom and dad the support they need too, and thank them today. Say, thanks for being there for me, Mom and Dad, you know. Because it is a job that a lot of parents don't do. And those of us that choose to do it, we catch hell for it a lot of times, and I just don't get that. Like I said, since I didn't have that, the luxury of having a great parental support, I really value it. So I really recommend that you just thank them today and let them know that, hey, you know what? I just appreciate you taking the time out to, I don't know, take care of the kids, you know, Mom, and to help me with, you know, we all need to have help with our lives. Mama needs help too. Mama needs help in her life too. If you can go over there and, you know, if you have a husband or something that can help Mom, you know, with her garden hose, or put up some shelves or something, please do. Mama needs help. You know, I have a friend that has cancer, and it doesn't seem like she can get any help from, doesn't seem like she can get any help from her kids, you know? I just don't understand that. How come, it's not completely their fault. She has a hard time accepting help. But, well, I like that. Look at that. And, but, you know, we have to learn that it's okay. It's okay to receive help from other people. It is okay. I try to make my videos 40 minutes long because I want you guys to be able to fall asleep on them. I mean, you can listen to them during the day if you want to. It doesn't matter. Whenever you feel like it, make sure you do whatever you want to do, because that's the many joys in life. But we just don't even, we don't take that as a joy. Doing whatever we want to is like, wow, it's a great joy. You know what I mean? We just kind of take it as a given. Now, I am doing whatever I want to. Are you really? I mean, most of us don't do what we want to. So, yeah, please do. So if you like this channel, please subscribe and please give me a likes, because I really would appreciate that. I'm new at this, and I'm sorry if I move my camera around too much, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but that's the way I talk. I talk randomly. I mean, I try to kind of like say things that come to mind, because you know, that's the way I think. I think all over the place. And I feel like things I say are important to me, you know. I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to be okay. It's okay to relax. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to take care of yourself, you know. Sure, you can help out taking care of other people, but come on, you gotta leave something for yourself. You gotta leave something for yourself. You gotta take care of you, or you won't be able to help others if you don't take care of you. And that's just something that rarely people will tell you, you know. I mean, everybody tells you to take care of yourself, but they don't tell you how. That's what I was trying to say. They don't tell you how. And part of taking care of yourself is getting the correct sleep you need, the amount of sleep you need to be able to function correctly. Because if you don't get the right sleep you need, well then how are you going to be like in tip-top shape? I mean, if the car's oil's not changed, how does it run, you know? So mothers and daughters, please love each other, and please know that you're like, have a really special relationship, an opportunity to really be in each other's lives. And dads, please know that your sons are not there in competition, but they're there in love. And if you can be best friends, try to be that. Don't be so hard on each other. You know, moms and daughters are so hard on each other. My gosh. That's why most families are so much conflict, because we're so hard on each other. Try to give each other a break. Give each other the common courtesy you would give a stranger, you know. We're so hard on each other, down each other's throats, you know. The person looks at you a certain way, you're like, why'd you look at me like that? You know, why'd you this? Why'd you that? You know, it's just, you know, jeez. Give each other a break, man. And show a little bit of kindness. You know, my sister, she's my older sister. She calls me every day. And she yelled at me yesterday because she was frustrated about something. And I was going to tell her, you know. So next time she calls, I'm going to tell her. And, you know, I didn't. I just said, you know what? Let it go. Who cares? I mean, I love my sister. She was having a moment, whatever. I just let it go. I don't care. I want to be there for her. I mean, if she does it again, I might mention it. I can be nice about it. You know, I have to be rude. You know, she's been there all my life for me. She's taken care of me, and I definitely want to be there for her. So we need to cut each other some slack and show more love and understanding. I like the edge. To look at that the way I like it when it, like you're painting like to the edge, and then you like pull the thing away and it makes that shape. I don't know. I like that. I don't know why. I guess you could do a bunch of them, huh? Could do like this. That'd be kind of interesting. Maybe I'll do that next time, kind of. Just like paint the edge there and then do like that. And then, look, that's kind of interesting. Then maybe go like this. Yeah. So I hope this helps someone, and I hope you feel relaxed. Please know that things are going to work themselves out, and tomorrow's another day, another opportunity to do something different and to have a different perspective on stuff. Please recommend Sleep Grandma to your friends. The first video's name is The Tomorrow Bag, which is what I usually start my videos off with. In my first video, I kind of told the story behind that, but the part I missed was that till this day, my daughter Jessica uses that analogy when she goes to sleep. She tells herself, I'm going to put all my problems in this bag and I'm going to leave them by the door and I'm going to go to sleep. Now she's way grown now. She has a daughter of her own, and she says it still works for her, so I really hope it works for you. It's something I said to her when she was like, I think she was like maybe 10 years old. So if it's worked for 30 years, it's working, you know? I hope that that you know that you, and I know people tell you you're special, and they're just like, you know. But seriously, you have special gifts that no one else has, you know what I mean? There's something you're particularly good at. Like me, I wish I could sing. I can't sing, really. I mean, I don't have a good singing voice. My other sister does, but I wish I did. But oh well, I don't. I have other gifts. But yeah, appreciate what you have, you know? And just try to make it the best day possible. I don't know, I found that gratitude really works well for me. The program I work talks a lot about gratitude, and I'm grateful I'm able to do these videos, and I'm grateful that hopefully I can help someone out there. So here's our paintings we made. This one, this one, this one. I like this one a lot too. I like them all, but I'm just kind of, whoa. This one, I like this color. You know, I've always been kind of partial to pinkish brown. I guess you would call it wood brown. I mean wood pink. I think that's what they call it. At least in Spanish, they call it palo de rosa. That one's very cool too. And this one, which is very much vibrant. So I hope you can relax, and I'll see you next time. Night.